Mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Poachem l'shalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Baruchuni l'shalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Seitchem l'shalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom and Bruchim Habaim. Welcome, everyone. Wonderful to see you all here on this quite brisk Shabbat, but it's warm inside, sort of. Yeah, we're struggling with heat with the building and the construction, and sorry about that, but you know, hopefully, by the way, at the back of the sanctuary, there are wraps, pashmina.
Say firewood or something that.
Right. So sit close to someone you love. How about that? Warm up. It's great to be here for Shabbat, and this Shabbat, while a regular Shabbat is also a Shabbat that supports the needs of people with different styles of listening and learning. We have piano tonight, which is a little more gentle music. We have a nice treat, which is no prayer books. You're having a hands-free Shabbat. Can you guys see okay? Because you need to. The whole service will be on the screen. We call that
Visual tefillah.
Okay, that technical term.
Visual tefillah.
Visual tefillah. And it's a chance for us to also explore different ways to worship together. Sometimes it's easier, more comfortable, no prayer book in hand. We took out a row, apparently.
Yes, we did.
So any of our young people feel like those benches are too big for you, want to come sit on the floor? Most welcome. Not you, though.
Can I do that
Not
too?
you.
I was going to ask if I could.
So also at the back of the sanctuary, many of you have seen, and if you haven't, they've been there for a while. We have baskets of not only shawls to keep you warm, but if you need a fidget toy to keep your fingers busy, that's available too. We want to make sure everybody feels like they can relax in the sanctuary, that it's a place of warmth, and it feels good to everyone.
I have my own fidget toy, which is the clicker.
Lucky guy. Okay.
So we're going to sing, as we always do, Hine Matov, to welcome us all together from the Psalms, how beautiful it is that we are here together on this day. So let's join with Alana Arians, Hine Matov. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Let's do that again. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim take a moment to greet each other, say Shabbat Shalom, because truly it is beautiful that we are here together. Introduce yourself to someone new as we prepare for our service.
Oh, it's me. It's really wonderful and joyful when the congregation gets to celebrate young people taking on a new status in the Jewish community. We're lucky in our congregation that just about every week we have a family, 2 families, 3 families, 4 families, tonight only 2, to honor and thank for bringing their children to become leaders in the midst of the community. So in honor of Grayson and JD, we want to invite both of their moms to come forward for candlelighting, Dana Carr and Kim Derwinski. We're on our screen for the I almost told you page 3, but no books.
Okay. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us.
As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Can you take this candle here and light each one? Let's join together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Thank you very much. And we welcome Shabbat through the traditional piyut, the poem of Kabbalat Shabbat, Lecha Dodi. There are 4 verses that we'll do on the screen. We realize, though, if you turn to face the entranceway of the synagogue, you won't see the screen anymore.
Yeah.
So on today we're doing a classical reform service.
Actually, we're going to face these entrances.
Okay.
There are 4.
There we go.
There are other. Yeah.
That's 2.
We'll just.
So right.
We'll rise for the last verse and stay standing and go right into the Baruch Hu as well?
Exactly. Unless you have it memorized, in which case.
Feel free to.
free.
Right.
Lecha Dodi. Let's join together. Yalalai lecha dodi, yalalai lekrat kala, yalalai penei Shabbat nikabe, yalalai lecha dodi, yalalai lekrat kala, yalalai penei Shabbat, penei Shabbat nikabela, shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, hishmianu el hamyuchad, Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, l'shem ultiferet, v'li tilah, yalalai likrat kali, yalalai likrat kala, yalalai penei מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. שלום עטרת בלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, join together in our call to worship, the Baruch Hu. Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai.
With great appreciation, even for a very cold night, we read the English of Ma'ariv, Aravim together. Please join me. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, creator of day and night. You roll light away from darkness and darkness from light. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. And we appreciate our relationship with God in nature. We also appreciate our relationship with God in the midst of our community and our ethnicity. And the prayer, Ahavat Israel, captures that. If you'd like to join me, it's on the screen. In love, you offered your people Israel your Torah and mitzvot. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. Let's chant together V'ahavta on the screen. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha veshinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech u'shochbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha leman tizcheru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
From V'ahavta, a prayer that reminds us how to be Jewish all the time, we move to a moment that was really one significant moment in time, the moment for the Jewish people of Mi Chamocha, which is the moment of redemption. And the idea is that if we can indeed stretch ourselves to justice and holiness through our Judaism all the time, we might indeed encounter again a moment of redemption. And maybe in a small way, maybe in a big way, find ourselves once again on a path to a better place. Mi Chamocha, we sing together.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot osei vele, nora tehilot osei vele, malchutcha ra'uvanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, zelianu ve'amru, zelianu ve'amru, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. Yalalai, yailai, yailai, lailai, yailai, lailai, lai, yailai, yailai, lailai,
on a journey to a big place, a promised land, or a journey of our own, a small journey towards our own goals, we need a time to rest. And Judaism reminds us that even those of us who are pursuing the most important things, we need to stop and appreciate the world and appreciate one another. And Vishamru calls our attention to a time to rest and recharge.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam brit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam brit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinavash. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam brit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. We're now ready for the next section of our service called Tefillah, which means prayer, but it's known as Ha-Tefillah because it's the prayer of the service. It begins with this meditation, this kavanah or intentional reading, Adonai Svatai Tiftach. Let's join together by standing, if you're able, and singing along together. Adonai Svatai Tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avod v'Imahot, u'Mevi Geula livnei v'neihem, le'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. You may be seated. The rest of the Tefillah section of the service, traditionally on Friday nights, is done silently to ourselves. We remember not only the traditional prayers, the one that comes after the Avot, the Giverot that remembers that God gave life to all and made Shabbat holy with the Kedushah. But we also take time to find our own blessings in our lives. And so let's take a moment now to find those moments of meditation, and then we'll come together in song for peace, for Oseh Shalom. shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru imeru amen. Ve'imru amen. We take time now to think of those people who are our friends, our neighbors, people that we don't know who are members of the congregation and who need our prayers for their healing of body, mind, and spirit. And so we say a traditional Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov Imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Hu Yivarech v'Yirapeh et hacholim. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all those who are ill, including Alon ben Barbara, David Eliyahu, Hannah Esther bat Krendel, Moshe ben Avraham, Nechama bat Chava v'Chanoch, Rachel bat Azariah v'Anna, Yakira Bela bat Chava v'Aharon, Yehuda ben Fischel, Shmuel Beryl, Joanne Bloomberg, Sally Bloomberg, Patton Thomas Cooper, Eric Devos, Sidney Duberstein, Hannah Elka, Adrian Gibson, Robin Glazer, Patty Green Roth, Jamie Hecker, Scott Higgins, Marion Jacknow, Eileen Marcus, Rabbi Robert Nosenchuk, Carter Parry, Philip Ross, Eileen Sinkus, and all those who are victims of violence in Israel, here in our country and around the world, as well as those in service to our country who need emotional, physical, and spiritual healing. If you would like to add the name of someone that you're thinking about at this hour, please do so as I go around the congregation.
Neil Silver.
May the Holy One be filled with compassion and cause their health to be restored and their strength revived, and may they be granted a complete healing of mind, body, and spirit. We also pray for the healing of our world and its inhabitants. We ask God's blessings for our country and its leaders, that our nation may be a force for justice and for good. We offer a prayer, too, for our brothers and sisters in the land of Israel. May they be blessed with peace and harmony under the shelter of God's wings. May the bonds that unite the Jews of all lands be a source of strength to Israel and us all as we sing together our song of healing, Mishberach.
As we often do on our 6:30 early service, we have just a very brief word of Torah to share, just to align us and root us in the weekly portion or in something that's relevant. And tonight I want to just say a very brief word or two, giving you something to take away on this, not only Shabbat, but also MLK weekend. Those of you who are following know that this weekend, and that would be these guys in particular, this weekend we're starting a new book in the Torah. We're starting the book of Exodus, which is exciting. Genesis is awesome. Exodus, pretty darn good too. It's not only a new book in the Torah, but it's a new era, of course, for the Jewish people. They are now in Egypt, where they have been living for a long time, and the new Pharaoh, you know this story, right, has imposed bitter slavery on the Israelite people. This Pharaoh is somehow threatened by the Jewish people, and so this Pharaoh attempts to destroy us. I was reading this story, as I do every year, because while the story doesn't change, I do. That's the same for all of us. Why should you read the prayer book or the story every week, every year, the Torah not that they change, we change. That's a little, okay, that's the secondary teaching. The primary, I was reading this week, and I want you to know that I got caught up in something new that I want to share with you that I'd never noticed before. And in the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 21, we're reading about the midwives. The Pharaoh, you may remember, orders the midwives who help the Israelite babies to be born. The Pharaoh commands them to kill the boys, but allow the girls to live, right? This Pharaoh wants to destroy the Jewish people, and so he's decided to do that by destroying the boys. The midwives, though, refuse to comply. Choosing justice despite Pharaoh's persecution, their defiance is actually considered the first act of civil disobedience in history, note, by women. And in Exodus chapter 1, verse 21, we have the following sentence, and here's where I got caught up. Here's the sentence. And because the midwives feared God, he established houses for them. Now, the midwives feared God. We hear that in the whole story while they're keeping alive these baby boys. And then in the second half of verse 21, it says, he established houses for them, which is, especially when you read it in the Hebrew, a bit confusing and perhaps interesting. Because one would ask, who is the he? What is the subject of this sentence? It doesn't have a subject. I mean, it doesn't have a specific subject. Because the midwives feared God, he established houses for them. Is he God? We'll put aside the gender thing right now, because Hebrew is a gender-specific language. Or is he Pharaoh? They're both in the sentence just before. For the most part, you won't be surprised that biblical commentators understand, as I heard a few of you did, that the he in this story, in this sentence, is God. God who rewards the midwives for their heroism. But not everybody thinks that. So Rashi, who's probably the most famous of commentators, says that the midwives, who were led by the two women named Shiphrah and Puah, were courageous and upright, and so God provided them with both physical houses and also successful households, ensuring that, their DNA would carry on forever and ever. But other Jewish commentators say, no, it's not that. Rashbam, who's another commentary who lived a couple hundred years later, says, Pharaoh put the midwives under house arrest. And that's what this means. He established houses, like jails almost, for them, depriving them of their freedom and preventing them from saving more children. They were steadfast in their stance, fighting oppression without regard for their own liberty or safety. I leave it up to you to decide which one you think it was, but both answers exist. Nonetheless, there's no question that for the continuation of the expansion of Jewish thinking, the midwives become a model for all subsequent non-violence protests against injustice. Like these heroines in Parshat Shemot, the righteous Gentiles who saved Jews during the Holocaust, the civil rights workers who protested against the segregationists in the American South, all of these people also knew what these midwives knew, as it says in the text, yirah, or awe, or fear for the or an eternal moral authority. Each of these heroes peacefully resisted the law because justice compelled them to stand up against tyranny. How appropriate that on Martin Luther King weekend, and on the weekend also of the Women's March, we honor moral courage, and in particular, the moral courage of Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. King said, and I'll end with these words, "There comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe, nor politic, nor popular, but one must take it because one's conscience tells him or her that it is right." Let those words and the actions of the midwives be our guide today, this Shabbat, and onward. Shabbat Shalom. If you want to hear more of this wonderful Parsha, please come tomorrow to hear Grayson and JD in their reading of the Torah. And now, in honor of their very special weekend, we're going to invite both their dads, Trey and Mike, to come up and open the Ark as we ask Grayson and JD to lead us in Aleinu, which is right here on the screen. So won't you please rise as we sing Aleinu together.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'atei gdula yoser breshit, shehu noteh shamayim v'yoser aretz, umoshav yikaro b'shamayim imahal, u'shchinat zo begohei meromim, hu Eloheinu
You may be seated.
May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand, but to conquer fear and doubt and despair.
Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness and freedom and of peace.
In a moment, we'll join our mourners in the recitation of Kaddish Yatom. I'd like to invite everyone to take some time with a few thoughts, and then I have a poem for MLK Shabbat as we prepare for some memories. So won't we take a moment on our own, and then I'd like to share this poem with you. Many of us light yahrzeit candles as we remember people we love, and this is a poem that is in a public space in Poland, where people light community yahrzeit candles. Do not let the darkness prevent you from seeking the light, and when you have found it, let other people see, rethink, and be convinced. If you want the light to live, then give rise to the same yearning in other people. Light the light of darkness. In darkness, in the darkness of fear, light the light of justice. In the darkness of corruption, light the light of faith. In the darkness of denial, light the light of hope. In the darkness of despair, light the light of love. In the darkness of death, light the light of memory. We honor the memories of those we love. In hearing their names, if you wish to stand, of course, you're invited to do so. We share, as we always do, the names of those people who have died in the last month, and then those people whose yahrzeits are observed on this Shabbat every year. We begin, though, by extending our condolences to two members of our congregation who lost members of their family in the last day or two, whose funerals will happen after Shabbat, so they're not on the list yet. We extend our condolences to Inessa Kessman on the death of her mom, Nellie Berenbaum, and to Barry Sabin on the death of his father, Milton Sabin. And we extend our condolences to these people who are in the first month since losing a loved one, to Michael Klein on the death of his dad, Robert, and Diane Greenlee on the death of her brother, Joel Botwick, to Ross Guberman on the death of his father, Todd, and Cindy Shears on the death of her husband, Ken, to Jody Wager and Adrian Wager-Zito on the death of both of their moms, Roberta Minzer, to Kathleen Gordon on the death of her mother, Lena Gordon, and Joseph Kessler on the death of his grandfather, Ronald, to Claire Kaufman Brown on the death of her mother, Eleanor Schmidt, to Jamie Sachs on the death of her grandfather, Philip Cooperman, and to Helene Lederer on the death of her mother, Devora Weinberger. And to these names, we add the names of people whose yahrzeits fall on this Shabbat every year. Alexis Agan, Oscar Albert, Merton Allen, Masa Aoki, Bernard Barrell, Alice Berkowitz, Richard Bernstein, Jane Byers, Ann Bloom, Mike Brower, Nancy Carpolo, Leo Cohen, Benjamin Cohen, Beatrice Cole, Eugene Davidson, Leonard Feldman, Bill Fox, Gilbert Friedman, Irving Friedman, Isabel Glassman, Samuel Goldberg, Eleanor Golding, Lillian Greenberg, Lillian Grower, Sonia Gurian, Raymond Heller, Virginia Hensel, Coletta Hudson, Marcus Jacobs, Rachel Campius, Isidore Katz, Julius Katz, Sheldon Kaufman, Pearl Kempler, Richard Claff, Ruth Klass, Neil Kotler, S. Lillian Kramer, Fred Craigstein, Robert Lader, Cynthia Lawner, Hannah Liebman, Hans Moses, Leonard Narens, Gary Newberger, Sylvia Penn, Deborah Pfeffer, Pauline Phillips, Ruth Rappaport, Rosalind Reeder, Harry Reichman, Joseph Rieger, Bernie Rifsitz, Morris Rosenthal, Dorothy Rutchick, Ellen Safran, Bernard Shiro, Dorothy Shiro, Sarah Schlosser, Lisa Schreiber, Bernard Schwartz, William Sprinkle, Rabbi Richard Sternberger, Mildred Strauch, Fred Such, George Waldman, Chris Wayne, Rose Weitzman, Herbert Wendell, and Abraham Yelowitz. And to these names, I invite you to add other names if you're remembering someone who is not on our list, or if I mispronounce a name, I hope you will please say that name again. Won't you stand so I know you're going to say a name, if you're saying a new name? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I missed someone. Okay. Thank you. We join our mourners. We want to support you. We stand with you in the recitation of Kaddish Yatom. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah v'alma divrach hirutei v'amlich malchutei v'chaye echon u'v'yom echon u'v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach le'olam omei omaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalah shemei d'kudisha b'rirchu le'olam mimkol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiram be'alma v'imeru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the source of peace and blessing send peace and blessing to all of us who are mourning, to everyone who is grieving here and everywhere, and let us say, amen. Won't you please be seated? And thank you so much to Andy Baldwin, who co-chairs our Inclusion Committee, and we're appreciative for you being here and helping our Inclusion community be here too.
Ditto. Shabbat Shalom. First of all, Mazel Tov to Grayson and JD, who I met tonight, and to your families. I'm sure it'll be a wonderful weekend as you have your bar mitzvah. And also to the great music for this evening. And we have some Tristy members here also who came in case we needed any extra help with the kids who didn't come to the front to sit on the floor. And I hope that the visual tefillah was beneficial. If you have any feedback on that, Inclusion Committee will be happy to hear from you. I wanted to highlight a couple of events in your programs. The Italian Renaissance Music, which is Saturday, January 25th, and also on January 29th, the Crisis of Anti-Semitism, where Attorney General Herring will be one of the speakers. I'd also like to point out that February, that was why I was thinking of February, is Jewish Disability Awareness and Inclusion Month. And I'll just highlight 3 events that are coming up in February. February 4th is Jewish Disability Advocacy Day on the Hill. And as one of the sponsors of that day, TRS is sending a delegation to DC to lobby for legislation in the disability advocacy area. February 20th to March 1st is the 8th annual Real Abilities Film Festival, and TRS is again hosting a screening. Our screening is on February 26th, and you can see information about that in the connection. And also February 28th, we will have a Shabbat guest speaker, Judy Heumann, who is a pioneer in the disability rights and independent living movement. So we hope to see many of you there. I would also like to close with a quote from Martin Luther King. I guess we're all thinking on the same page. It is not possible to be in favor of justice for some people and not be in favor of justice for all people. Shabbat Shalom.
It is time for Kiddush, and we invite JD and Grayson to join me here for the blessing over the wine. One for you. If you're able to rise, please do so. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereishit kilu yom techila lemikrai kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim ivanu v'charta leotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinhaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashavat. Amen. You can have a sip. And I'll invite you to, on your way out, to please bring your programs with you so that we can use them for tomorrow morning's service. We close with the singing of Havana Shira, a song of praise. Hallelujah. Havana Shira, Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hallelujah. Havana Shira, Shir Hallelujah, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai varech et amo v'shalom. May God grant strength to our people and bless our people with the most precious gift of all, the gift of peace. Amen. Shabbat shalom.